And this morning, more than 24 horses are now safe, all because Border Patrol agents were able to rescue them from floodwaters. Border Patrol says ranchers called them for help. This was Sunday afternoon when the heavy rain was coming down, and they needed help because of the rising waters. We're going to check in now with CBS 8's Chris Groh in the Tijuana River Valley Regional Park. What are things looking like now, Chris?
And you can see pretty much from this shot right now that it is still very much muddy, and you can still see some of that flood water. But I want to show you some video of when we first arrived. You could see at least one person out on a horse from one of these ranches, but that horse completely muddy and full of water. Now, they told us that that horse didn't need to be rescued, but what we were told by Customs and Border Protection is that 27 horses from surrounding ranches within this area did indeed need to be rescued due to the floodwater that came through this area. And this area, of course, we know oftentimes does flood whenever we get some rain, but just like with Mission Valley, we saw flooding that we haven't seen in quite some time. Now, it was actually the ranchers that contacted the San Diego sector of Customs and Border Patrol to actually get that assistance. And according to CBP, they actually have a history of doing this. And again, in that video, you can see the stables still to this day, that video taken, still very much flooded. But they actually have a history of going through and actually trying to make sure that they can help the community during these type of floods and even fires. In fact, they last did this back in September of 2022 in order to try to assist with evacuation of people and livestock that were stranded back near that Border 32 fire area. So again, thankfully, those horses were actually rescued. They were taken back to the Imperial Beach stables to kind of get some treatment there as well too. But you know, in this area, you can see very much impacted by the flooding and the rain that we saw. And in the meantime, we know that a lot of work is being done. You could see some of those bulldozers going through those ranch areas as well too. And we can see a number of trucks going in and out again, trying to recover from these floodwaters. But thankfully, again, those horses accounted for and rescued. Reporting from the Tijuana River Estuary, I'm Chris Groh for CBS 8.